right, boys, you guys know every other Sunday we do the top 10 must-have cards in the game right now. This list is loaded. There are so many good cards in the game as we start hitting the end game. We're not even at golden tickets yet. We still have so many good cards coming out for the rest of the year. This list is getting harder and harder every single week to make. But if you guys enjoy top 10s like this, I do gameplays and all the new cards. Make sure to hit that like and hit that sub button. But other than that, let's get into number 10. Before we start today's video, I wanted to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, mutpacks.com. You can click the link down below and open exciting packs, win tons of coins, and withdraw your account right away. You could use promo code CHEW for 15% off. Lastly, when you sign up down below, you can get a free 10,000 coin pack as well. All right, boys, so at number 10, I do have Antonio Cromartie, and I hope you guys are enjoying. I am doing the mut.gg instead of looking at it in-game. Only reason I'm doing this is because I could showcase everything better, like the stats, the chems, the abilities, everything a little bit easier. But Cromartie, I have him at 10 and not a little bit higher. I do think he is really good, but I do think he's a little bit more scheme-dependent. You could use him in zone, but the reason, if you're using him in man, you guys could see he has inside shade. 1 AP inside shade. There's only one other card in the game that gets it, and it's Marcus Peters, and he's only gets, his ability stack is awful. So Cromartie is very valuable because he's like one of the few in the game that gets it, and he gets that on top of having a KO, the pick artist, and even a second KO if you really wanted to. You could stack this card up, throw him in the slot, man him up on the slot receiver every single time, and he is going to be absolutely locked down. This card's a one of a kind. Like I said, the only reason why he's not higher is because he's more centered towards man. I think this game is really well balanced right now when it comes to man and zone. There's a lot of different players out there. You're running into both this year compared to past Maddens where you're only playing zone. That's why I think a guy like Cromartie right now, the only reason why he's not ranked higher is because of that. But this card is insane. If you're running man, he's arguably a top 5 card in the game for you. Hey, boys, so at number 9, we do have Furious George, and I think these X Factors, I know Secure Protectors still slow them down, but the X Factors are the only thing that gets pretty somewhat good pressure right now in the game. Even Lawrence Taylor with the big ability stack still gets slowed down. Secure Protectors are definitely OP this year when it comes to the offensive line deflecting the defensive line, but the X Factors are nice. And George Carr, I'm just going to call him Furious George. That last name is definitely a hard one. He comes with great stats. He has 99 excel, 92 speed. He also, I think, is the biggest and heaviest one out of the bunch, out of all the X Factor guys. He is 6'4", 263 pounds. He has really good stats across the board too, but like I said, the only thing you're really here for is that he gets the, where's it at right here? Unstoppable Force, which is the best X Factor right now, and particularly the only X Factor that's really consistent at getting sheds on the defensive line. And honestly, I'm not going to lie, that card art is pretty clean as well. I don't know. Some people don't like it. I like that card art. I think he's definitely a need on the team. If you're going to run any sort of 4-down lineman set, you definitely need those X Factors. At number 8, we do have Tariq Woolen, and I feel like Tariq Woolen could arguably be a little bit higher on this list, but I think the cornerback position is so deep and loaded right now that it's hard to like kind of favor this guy over other positions in the game. But Tariq Woolen, as you guys know, 6'4", 99 speed corner. He is amazing because look down here. He does get that pick artist right here for 0, and then he will get every KO for zone. You'll get deep out, mid zone, and flat zone all at once for 3 AP on top of pick artist. Or you can run, what is it called? Pick artist, acrobat, the deep route KO, and medium route KO, or short route KO. Insane, absolutely insane stack on top of somebody that is 6'4". He honestly has probably led my team with picks for like since the day I've got him. This dude has been an absolute game changer on defense. Tall players still are very good, especially when you give them good ability stacks and great speed. At number 7, I actually do have Groot. So I do think you should have 2 X Factor D linemen on your team. I do use dollar myself where there's 3 down linemen, and I do notice, I'm going to say this right now, I think they aren't that good when you're in a 3 down lineman set versus like a 4 down lineman set. And if you want Groot and probably George on the other side, I think you could still get away with using like Shaq Leonard, who's still very good, and also the Milkman, who's still very good, and also Tank. I forgot about him as well. There's a lot of very good cards in the game. I think these 2 are probably the best ones. He is very fast. He's 94 speed, 96 excel, really good stats across the board. The finesse move at 86 isn't the best, but like I said, that I always say it in all my gameplays, these stats have become less and less important as the abilities became more and more important. This game is ran off abilities, and he so happens to have the Unstoppable Force X Factor as well. I think Groot and George make up the best combo right now as the defensive ends. But number 6, I do have Ryan Neal, and Ryan Neal is arguably the best user in the game. I know we just did get Polimo. I think Polimo might be a little bit better all around, but Ryan Neal as a user, his stack is insane. The Game Changers, or yeah, this is Game Changer. Yeah, I forgot the promo name for a second. Game Changers, if you guys do not know, get 2 0 AP buckets. 2, yes, there's only 2 promos in the game. It's Ring of Honor and Game Changers, and Ryan Neal, he gets gets Crusher for free with the token, Pick Artist for free, and then you can use 1 AP Acrobat, and also you could pick whatever you want. You could use the Tackle Supreme, Strip Specialist, Mid Zone if you wanted, Out My Way, anything to help with whatever you're struggling with on defense. I usually use the set Tackle Supremes to get those quad fathers out of here. But Ryan Neal, forgot to mention as well. Yeah, 99 speed with the Easter Strat card, and he's 6'3". This dude, a beast. Definitely throw that acro on him as a user. He's probably one of the best users in the game until we get like a Ted Hendricks or Julius Peppers. Number 5, I do have Pull Him Out, and I feel like I didn't know if I should include him because he is a free card and everybody should have him anyways. But there's probably some people on the edge right now watching this video wondering if they should grind these challenges out. Is he worth it? I think he's one of the best safeties in the game. Obviously, height will always matter, and most of the I wouldn't say like the I don't know, popular defenses, I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Dollar, you have 2 users, so him and Ryan Neal. Nickel normal, you have 2 users. Like the only like real like popular defense that doesn't is like the 3-5 wide. And if you're doing that, probably use Ryan Neal and throw Paulo up top. This dude, a beast, 6'4". You're gonna have 2 really big safeties. The thing I like about him though, statistically insane, 99 everything, even has 98 change of direction. The zone, press, man is all really good. You can run in that corner if you really wanted to. He has 95 hit power, 85 block shed too, but his ability is not as good, but still solid. He's gonna get Pick Artist, and then you can run 3 abilities of your choice, all 1 AP besides like the shades. It's insane. It is insane. So what I've been using is just Pick Artist and Acrobat because I'm using him as a user. You could use the Tackle Supreme if you got some more like room on your AP system. But yeah, this dude has been an animal. Definitely got some crazy picks I never would have gotten if I didn't get that 6'4" Acrobat jumping around. Number 4, we have Randy Moss. I will say this right now because this is kind of like foreshadowing later in the list. I do think Randy Moss is the best wide receiver in the game as a wide receiver, right? But I do think there's a wide receiver in the game that is more important to the team and also more valuable to the team, as you'll see later in the list. Kind of spoiled it there, but like I said, as a receiver within himself, I do think he is number 1. He's going to be 99 speed, 99 excel. He is 6'4". Remember, we're getting Calvin too, so we're about to have 2 of these guys running around out here. He has amazing route running too. The stats great. And then when you come look at abilities, he does get Deep Out Elite built in. Although Deep Out Elite is about as mid as it's ever been because the KOs absolutely counter it, it's still okay when you run into those people not using KOs out there. But when you look at him too, he's going to get that Short Out Elite for 0. And then you can use, I think, where's the one bucket at? You can use Route Tech for 1 or Shorten. Is there a Shorten? Yeah, you can use Route Tech or Shorten for 1. I personally like Shorten a little bit more for my offense, but on certain routes, I know Route Tech does work a little bit better, so use what you want there. I think Randy Moss is definitely a must-have wide receiver in the game. He is a little expensive, though, at 1.2. I did not know he was still that expensive. Hey, boys, at number 3, I do have Deion Sanders, and Deion Sanders, like I said, Woolen, obviously a better physical freak than him. He is 6'4", but the reason why I like Deion, this dude, you can use 5 abilities for 3 AP, and they are super, super meta. Let me tell you, stats, we already know there. He's amazing, right? We don't got to really look too he's maxed out basically everywhere at stats. Abilities is really what we're looking for here. Let me just tell you the stack I'm running right now. I'm running Acrobat, Pick Artist, Deep Out Zone KO, Mid Zone KO, and Flat Zone for 3 AP. So I'm able to dive for balls. I'm knocking balls out everywhere on the field. And then I have obviously Pick Artist catch my picks. You can do that with the man KOs too. You can use Acro for free. He already has Pick Artist built in. And then you can use everyone. Deep route KO. You could also use the mid route KO and then the short route KO right here. So he is perfect, literally perfect. I don't even know how it gets better as a corner than this. Maybe golden tickets will get those stacks for 2 AP or 1 AP, but right now Deion is about as good as it gets. He has the best stack in the game at the corner. Built-in Pick Artist and 0 AP Acro, and then you get every KO too on top of it. Nuts, absolutely nuts. Definitely a must-have right now in the game. The best corner for sure. So at number 2, I do have CeeDee Lamb. Like I said, I do think Randy Moss is a better overall wide receiver than him, but as you guys know, AP and abilities run the game. And CeeDee Lamb, like I said, he will save everybody AP. Saving your team AP makes you a little bit more valuable. He is still the only wide receiver. It's been like, what, 3-4 weeks now? It might have been 4 weeks now. He's the only wide receiver in the game that will get short in and short out at the same time for 0. You guys know that's the best stack in the game. If you have, I know some people like route tech a little bit more, but for me, like I said, and most people I talk to, short in does the job just as good for people. I think it's still the best ability and also the best stack. That's all you have to run on him. You could use Deep Out Elite too, but that would kind of take away from where his prowess is of getting the 0 AP stack, because other people get that stack for 1 AP, I believe, as well. But CeeDee Lamb, definitely a must-have wide receiver in the game. Definitely a top 3 receiver, no matter what team you're on. 99 speed. He also does, he's not like he's like small or anything too. He's 6'2". He's definitely good. Very, very good. Number 1, I do have Cordaro Patterson Flash. You guys know I think these X factors are very good, but he has a different one. He has Phenom. He doesn't have Freight Train. If you guys do not know what Phenom is, it is literally Freight Train, but it works after the catch too. And when you give it to a player that has good height, so he's really good at catching out the backfield, and that's not even me mentioning that he has 93 medium route running, 94 short route running, and 97 deep route running. I think there's only one other running back in the game that has 2 of them, which is insane. And like I said, he is tall, he has the good juke animation, the quick juke animation, and he's skinny enough to where he's not bumping into everybody like a quad father Derrick Henry does at the line of scrimmage. This dude, phenomenal. I think the biggest selling point with him though is that he does it after the catch as well, and that's where he absolutely excels. And yes, this is where I love him too. 1 AP tank, you could use that, but 1 AP route tech, I swear it's been amazing out the backfield. He fries on Texas routes, out routes, in routes, anything you want to do. You could even motion him out and run a normal slant or something. He is insane. And like I said, if you run the slant out the backfield, he's going to break a tackle too with it. I think he's a must-have, definitely a game changer at running back. I think he takes a little bit more skill and stick work than a guy like Gus and quad, where you could literally just flick your right stick up. He takes a little bit more prowess and skill, but I think he's definitely worth it, boys. All right, boys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment down below how many cards off this top 10 do you have on your list. I think this list, like I said, there's a lot of good cards left off this list. Very hard one to make, but I truly do hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out, boys.